WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:38. Welcome back to Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It's Bert. Good morning to you. Our contest is coming up. Stick around for your chance to win $50 gift card to Le Bon Bonniere Bake Shops. How would you like to be the first winner this week of this terrific prize? Your chance to win is coming up in just a little bit. Hey, big event coming to downtown New Brunswick on Wednesday. It'll be the next stop of the In Your Neighborhood series with our friends from NJTV, and they've been doing just great work at going to different areas of New Jersey and doing some live programming from some of the cities in our state, and the series finally comes to New Brunswick this week. And joining me now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline with some information about what's going to be happening on Wednesday, he's the executive producer of NJTV News and also the director of program development for NJTV. And our good friend Phil Alongi is back with us on WCTC this morning. Hey, Phil, it's Bert Barron. How are you?
I'm doing well, Bert. Good morning.
Good to talk to you. And finally, the series is coming to New Brunswick on Wednesday. We're real excited about that. But for folks that might not be familiar with the In Your Neighborhood series, and you guys have done just a great job with this to this point, talk about some of the stops to this point and what this series is meant to accomplish.
Sure. So the idea came from a place of wanting to make sure that instead of just covering and doing stories about a neighborhood, that we would go to the neighborhood and have more in-depth storytelling to do. If we can be there and plant ourselves, go into the community. So we started in Camden, then to Trenton. Asbury Park was in August. Now we're excited to end the year with the next stop in New Brunswick.
Yeah, it's terrific. And a lot of these times, Phil, this programming will involve some notable people. There'll be some elected leaders. And you kind of talk about it's sort of a snapshot of the city, like where it's been, where it is now, and what kind of the future is. And of course, you've been following everything that's happening in New Brunswick with the new Performing Arts Center that's being built and just a lot of changes that are happening in New Brunswick. I think this is the perfect time for you guys to come to New Brunswick and present this series coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a great city, as you know, Bert. I went to Rutgers for my undergrad, and when I went back, it was funny, even just to do these stories, to do the research. I can hardly find my way around downtown. There were on-ramps that weren't there before after that big Route 18 project. The redevelopment in downtown New Brunswick is just incredible. There's so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
So we did some pieces obviously on real estate development. We're talking to Devco, who obviously played a large role in that. Johnson & Johnson obviously has had a transformative effect on the city. The State's University system at Rutgers obviously is a big part of this. We did stories on the large, sizable, and growing Hispanic community. I didn't know that back in 2000, the census report said that 38% of the city was Hispanic, and by 2010 it was 50%. And now in 2017, the estimates are somewhere around 60. So it's incredibly large, but one of the largest Hispanic communities in the state. And we looked a lot about their contributions, their culture, and their challenges. And then finally, I think the last in-depth piece was on the homeless population in New Brunswick. And city officials were sharing with us that New Brunswick is known, in some ways for having a lot of homeless people. And they said it's true, but they said it's almost part of their own doing because they have such incredible resources available for the homeless that people actually flock towards the city because they know that they have a better shot at getting a warm bed or a nutritious meal. So there's some really great stories we did. I was proud of it.
Yeah, a lot of things going on here, obviously, and it's going to be great to see everything that's happening on Wednesday. Again, the In Your Neighborhood series, NJTV, arrives in New Brunswick coming up on Wednesday. Now, there's going to be some live broadcasts. There'll be a newscast that's going to be happening. Can you go through the schedule, Phil, of what's going to be happening on Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's open to the public. What's fun about these is that you can come and check out how the production is working. You can be there to witness the interviews live with some of the leaders that I was talking about. It's at Brother Jimmy's Barbecue, which is right on Easton Avenue, pretty much directly next door to the train station. And if you want to stop by, the newscast will be there live at 5:30 on this coming Wednesday, and then the special will start right afterwards. But basically, if you show up there, you'll see lights and cameras and all the rest of it going on, and we'll literally do the live broadcast right from the restaurant.
It's so cool to watch when you see the inner workings of it, and it's hard to believe that it was August already, Phil, that we were on the beach in Asbury Park. I had a drink in my hand, my shoes were off, and I said, this is wonderful, and I don't know if we could replicate this in New Brunswick, because we don't have a beach here, anything quite like that. But I'm
picturing... I picture you every day with your shoes off and a drink in your hand.
That's most days for me. That is most days, you're right. But it's going to be great in New Brunswick at Brother Jimmy's, a terrific destination. And again, the public is invited to come on by, and you get to watch a live newscast going on. And from what I've seen from these specials, Phil, and I've seen everyone start to finish, and I think you and your team are doing just amazing work of really getting to the issues that are in all of our cities across New Jersey. We have so many great cities, and so many of them have some good things going on, but I think you have to talk about all the issues that are going on in the city to continue to the renaissance of all of our great cities. So I think that what you're doing is really taking a great step forward. So we look forward to Wednesday night. And let me just also suggest, Phil, if you order from the menu at Brother Jimmy's, I strongly recommend the brisket, but make sure you specify marbled brisket. Big difference.
Wow. Okay.
Non-marbled.
Pro tip. Thank you.
Yes, go for the marbled brisket. A little more flavor there to it, and some cornbread, and you can't go wrong. But people should get there nice and early for this, right? For the best seating for the newscast, Phil?
Yeah, for sure. We'd like people to start showing up if they can about 4:30. We'll make sure you're well fed with marbled brisket or otherwise.
Of course, absolutely. But again, it's coming up on Wednesday, and I'm so excited that the series is making a stop here in New Brunswick. They've been to some of the other big cities across Jersey, and that will continue into the next year as well. But New Brunswick will be front and center with the In Your Neighborhood series on Wednesday. Brother Jimmy's Barbecue at Easton Avenue. It's at 5 Easton. Plenty of parking right, of course, in the same building there. As you heard Phil say, if you want to come on down and watch the live newscast, I will be there taking everything in and just seeing what's going on there. But please come by nice and early, and you'll kind of see how this works, and you'll see the amazing job they're doing of covering our cities here in Jersey. Phil, as we wrap up, what's on the calendar for 2018? Have you picked out any cities for your next destinations?
We haven't picked the cities yet, but we did discuss this week. We will be expanding the program even further than we did this year. So this year we did 4 main event cities, and we're going to do more than 4 this year.
Terrific. We'll keep an eye on that, of course.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll be in touch. But I appreciate all the kind words, and thank you for your support of this. And, you and I talk all the time about the important needs that this state has for exactly the program that you and I are trying to make sure that people get access to. So kudos.
Thank you, Phil. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words, and thanks for the time this morning, and look forward to catching up at Brother Jimmy's on Wednesday, my friend. All right?
I'll see you there. Bring your shoes.
You bet I will. No shirt, no shoes, no service, right? Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. All right, we'll see you on Wednesday there. All right.